What's up, y'all? Beef is back. All right, guys, so today I just want to make a quick little video about my 5 tips for somebody who's just starting off on their weight loss journey. Oh, y'all ready? Oh, okay. This is just things that I've done that help me. And when you're first starting out and you have a lot of weight to lose like I did, just little small changes can make such a big difference. So I just want to give you 5 easy tips that you can go ahead and implement and start seeing those results. So let's get started. Tip number 1, don't drink your calories. Just don't do it. I mean, it's not worth it. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? No, for me, it's not worth it. I'll much rather eat all the calories that I can in a day instead of drinking some. When you eat calories, it's gonna get you full. When you drink them, not so much. Every day, we should be drinking half of our body weight in ounces of water. I know it's hard to do. One thing that I do, One thing that I do is I dedicate a water bottle for my drinking of water. It doesn't really do anything, but for me, just subconsciously, it kind of just helps me stay focused and remember to drink the water, because sometimes that can be kind of hard to remember to drink as much water as you're supposed to, because we're all busy, whatever. Also, for me, I love coffee in the morning, and to sweeten it, I use stevia. To me, that's a good natural sweetener. It's calorie free, but you can use any kind of sweetener that you want. I know people like the Sweet and Lows and Equals and all that. I don't like them, but stevia is delicious. It doesn't have that artificially sweetener taste to it, and it's pretty good, and it works for me. But if you do have to have a soda, then make sure it's a Diet Coke or Coke Zero or something that doesn't have any calories in it. I try to stay away from those just because I've heard that those drinks can still kind of trick your body and cause your insulin to spike anyway, causing you to store more fat. I don't know whether that's true or not, so I just try to stay away from them for the most part. Tip number 2, meal prep. Meal prep is so important. It's definitely a hard step to do. It's something you have to get used to doing, but the more you can meal prep, the better off you'll be. When you can plan out those meals, you know what you're gonna eat for breakfast, you know what you're gonna eat for lunch and dinner and snacks, it just makes it so much easier. And I think that the more simple we can make it, the easier it's gonna be to stick to. One thing that me and my wife and my son do, we'll go grocery shopping on Sunday, we'll plan out all of our meals, what we're gonna eat for dinner every night, we'll buy those things, then we'll come home on Sunday night and we'll cook everything. I'll get a whole pack of chicken from Walmart, I'll split it, season it 2 different ways, and bake it in the oven, 350 for 45 minutes. Shout out to A Beast to Beast for that. Another thing that I'll do is we'll have spaghetti. So I'll go ahead and make the spaghetti sauce in the meat. I'll go ahead and have that cooking. I'll go ahead and I like to do the beef and broccoli with the mushroom soup. I'll go ahead and cook that too. I'll cook a big pot of rice. I have my steamable vegetables in the freezer, so everything is completely done. We are ready to roll. Go ahead and plan out your snacks too. I like to have almonds or really any kind of nuts, Greek yogurt, and protein bars. Just easy little snacks. I mean, snacks aren't really that, let's not overcomplicate it. We just want something to eat. I'll get my almonds, I'll go ahead and weigh out 2 servings, and I'll put them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the cabinet. I'll do that for the whole entire container of almonds. Yogurt, that's easy. Just put that in the refrigerator, and a protein bar, just have those in the cabinet. Then you can just kind of go and grab snacks as you need them. You don't have to think about it. You can just grab it and go. Tip number 3, track your calories. No one wants to do it. It's something you definitely got to get used to. You got to get good at it, but it's something that is so important. You have to track your calories. If you want to have effective weight loss and something that's sustainable, then tracking calories is a great way to get that going. The reason I think tracking is so important is because you need to know how many calories you're putting in your body so you can have effective and sustainable weight loss. If you don't track your calories and say that you're not eating enough calories in a day, you're gonna lose weight and it's gonna get you excited. You're gonna be motivated to keep going. But after a while, you're gonna start to damage your metabolism. That's gonna cause you not to lose weight. So you're either gonna do one of 2 things. You're gonna cut your calories even more, further hurting your metabolic rate, or you're just gonna give up completely, continue eating like you used to, and end up in the same position. And nobody wants that. And if you eat too many calories, then of course you're not gonna lose weight. But if you eat that perfect amount of calories, you'll have a steady progress of weight loss, and then it'll be something that's sustainable. You'll learn how to mentally calculate calories. So even though you might not track later on in life, you'll still kind of have an idea of how many calories you should be eating and how many calories you actually are eating. So definitely for me, guys, tracking is an absolute must. Everybody that I work with, I always tell them we have to track calories. I know a lot of people do like the container system, and if that works for you, that's completely fine. That's great. Keep doing what you're doing. For me and my team, I like to tell, hey, let's count calories. I use an app called MyFitnessPal. It's super easy to use, and I get my caloric needs from IIFYM, if it fits your math, girls, and then that just makes it so easy. I got my caloric needs for the day, and I got MyFitnessPal. Put them together, and you got weight loss. People always say, well, Brandon, how do you stay motivated? How do you do this every single day? When I see that scale go down, that keeps me motivated. So I track my calories. Number 4, you gotta have a support system. And there's a lot of people, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that can do it by themselves. They don't need anybody else. They're good to go. And kudos to you if you can do that. For me, I needed some kind of support. I needed to know that somebody was on my team. And luckily, my wife and son, they are absolutely awesome, and they were behind me 100%. They gave me all the support that I needed. But there were days that her telling me like, hey baby, you looking good. You look like you're losing weight. It wasn't enough. You know, I would hit a hard spot, and I needed somebody that knew what they were talking about to kind of coach me and tell me that I'm on the right path. So that's one of the things that I love about Beachbody, is just that sense of community. There was always somebody that I could go to and say, hey, you know, I'm kind of struggling. I hit a wall. I haven't lost any weight this week. And they would just kind of tell me ways that I could kind of tweak what I'm doing to kind of start seeing that scale trickle on back down. Find a friend, a coworker, a family member, a YouTuber that is really in your corner, that really cares about you and really wants to help you succeed. Sometimes that can just make all the difference in the world. You need to find somebody that you can ask questions to, somebody that you can complain to, you can vent to, somebody you can tell your success stories to, even your struggles. Just having somebody there by your side, knowing that they're on your team, can just kind of give you that spark of motivation that you need to kind of get through those hard days. And that's what I kind of want this channel to become. I kind of want it to become a place where you can run away and vent here. You can, if you have any questions, you can comment down below. You can hit me on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever and ask questions. Eventually, I want to start a Facebook group, a private Facebook group. I can just invite people in. We can just have a little small community, and people can post recipes and post workout advice and tips and tricks and any little thing just to kind of keep everybody motivated. Tip number 5, gym. G-Y-M. I'm not talking about going and lifting weights, even though you need to do that. I'm talking about gym. Gear your mind. You have to be ready for this journey. You got to be ready for the trip. You have to understand that this is a process. It's going to take a little bit of time, but you can get there. And you got to understand why you're doing this. For me, my why was my family. It was my wife, my kid, my brother, sister, my mom and dad. It was everybody that cared about me. I want to be here. So that is why I decided to change. But you have to figure out your own why and then express that to people. Tell people why. It kind of gives you that added accountability. Guys, we can do this. It's a process, but it is possible. There's little changes that we have to make every single day, and we have to help each other. You know, if you see somebody struggling, send them to this channel. Maybe they'll see something that might spark something in them, or help them out yourselves. Give them some of these tips or any of your own tips. The main goal here is just to create a healthier, happier world. And we're going to do that one person at a time and by sharing what we learn. The only way to really change the world is through education. If we can teach our friends and our family the things that we've learned, then eventually it'll spread and trickle all across the whole world. Guys, thank you so much again for checking in. I might do these every once in a while. I kind of like the little, you know, one-on-one, me on you kind of time. It's kind of nice. So guys, until I see you again, be strong, be confident,